Got him in the face.
What's up, Nerfers, and welcome back to my channel, where I test blasters like this one outdoors in real world conditions to bring you the results that I want to know. Today I'll be testing two brand new worker BCARs. I figure worker rifling plus worker darts have got to be a winning combo, right? But there's only one way to find out, so let's take a closer look at both BCARs and then get on with some testing. First of all, to call these CNC Metal BCARs, as I did in the title, is a bit misleading. From the outside, you're presented with a stylized CNC metal shroud with a cool suppressor-like shape, and it even has the worker logo in the center. Unscrewing the front cap though, you'll find the actual BCAR inside. The BCARs are 3D printed in a material called acetal, admittedly in a very high resolution to the point where I initially thought they might be injection molded. This entire piece is what both attaches to the barrel and what gives spin to the darts, so using the metal shroud is entirely optional. The sole purpose of it is to protect the BCAR from knocks and scrapes and to look cool. In exchange for that though, you're adding quite a bit of weight to the front of your barrel. In fact, with the shroud attached, this is the heaviest muzzle device I've ever used. It's twice the weight of the CNC Metal Saber BCAR, and because the worker BCAR is friction fit, that heavy weight poses a problem that I'll explain later on in the video. Interestingly, even just the 3D printed plastic BCAR used by itself weighs slightly more than the fully metal CNC Flag and Armour BCAR that I tested last week. For the worker BCAR configs, one of these has an 8-degree twist with 20 bearings in 4 groups of 5, while the other one has a 15-degree twist with 12 bearings in 4 groups of 3. The 8-degree has the number 8 printed on the side of it and uses one spacer to hold it into the shroud. The 15-degree doesn't have an identifying number on the side, but being shorter, it requires 2 spacers to fit into the shroud. So you probably shouldn't mix them up. They are quite a bit different. These are designed to friction fit onto 16mm outer diameter barrels, and unfortunately I found some dramatic tolerance differences between the two. The 8-degree was very loose, to the point where I could push it off the barrel with just one finger. Imagine with that heavy shroud attached turning quickly towards an enemy. Make sure you yell frag out before it hits him in the face. For all of the testing you'll see me do of this one, I'll be using it without the shroud and wrapped in electrical tape just to stop it from flying off. The 15-degree BCAR, however, had the complete opposite issue. That was way too tight for my barrel. It took a lot of effort to push it on. I had low expectations of even getting it back off again, but twisting it back and forward, I was able to wiggle it free. Although as they say, it's better to be too tight than too loose, tolerance issues like these are why I think friction fit muzzle devices are a bit old school. In fact, when I first received this, just judging by the shape of the outer shroud, I expected a threaded clamp style system like a lot of more modern ones have. Speaking of that shroud, Worker offer it in 2 different colors, silver or titanium. And that's with or without an orange tip. Both of these were sent to me thanks to Blaster Tech here in Australia, who just sell the tip versions. Check them out at the link down below. Now, I must say, for an orange tip, these have probably the smallest amount of orange I've ever seen on a barrel attachment. And it would likely not be enough for most Nerf groups that play outdoors in public spaces. If you turn up to an event with one of these, you'll most likely be asked to add orange tape to it. Now, there is a fully orange version available. Out of Darts in the USA has exclusive rights to sell it. They do ship parts worldwide, just not blasters, so if you don't mind paying extra in shipping from the USA, you can get fully orange ones, and I'll link that down below too. But feel free to post your thoughts on exclusivity in the comments section down below, especially when it comes to public safety related parts. But now, On to the testing. The blaster I'm using is the Sweetheart Storm. Being automatic makes it far quicker to get through all of the tests. The darts are Worker Bamboos, Worker BCAR plus Worker Darts should give the best results, right? And for a baseline to compare it to, I'll be using the 8 degree Flag and Armour BCAR from last week's video. It's within the same kind of price bracket as the Worker BCARs, so I think it'll be a fair comparison. Let's begin with the Chrono Test using a backup Chrono until my replacement green Caldwell arrives, which died last week.
Alright, first up I've got the 8 degree Worker, which I've taped on so that it doesn't come off, because it is a bit loose. 15 Worker Bamboos. 308. 329. 305. 288. 281. No read. 285, 292, 292, 294, 320, 302, 300, 310, 312, and the last shot of the mag, 297. Don't trust those highs, but we'll take a look at the averages and compare those. Alright, now for the much tighter 15 degree, if I can even get it on the barrel, there we go. Fresh mag of 15 Bamboos. Let's see how it does. 314, 291, 294, 287, 298, 315, 263, that's a low one, 299, 288, 319, 312, 317, 322, 307, and the last shot of the mag, 312. Now we have the Flag and Armour, which is as simple as just loosening that a bit, shove it onto the barrel, and then tighten the nut. And this, of course, won't pull off at all. 324, and you can hear it spinning. 305, 306, 312, 296, 299, 302, 299, 300, 285, 289, 306, 309, 296, and the last one of the mag. It's so much quicker with an automatic blaster. 298.
Now, as I mentioned last week, until my replacement Chrono arrives, I'm only going to trust the averages. And looking at all three of these, I got 301, 302 and another 301. So I think it's safe to say there's no real difference at all when it comes to velocity with the two Worker BCARs, or when compared to the Flag and Armour one. So now, let's move on to the 30-meter accuracy test.
Alright, we're doing the 8 degree first. I've got it taped on all janky like, because it doesn't want to sit on there tight. 15 Worker Bamboos. Hit. 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 Curved off to the right. That was a big curve too. Hit. 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 That was spiraling but hit the target. Hit. 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 And the last start. Hit. So most of them were in a fairly tight group. One of them spiraled off and missed the target to the right, and another one spiraled and hit right of the bullseye. Let's swap this over to the 15 degree. I suspect this might not have been a bit enough spin or it could have been too much. Get on there. This one's too tight. Another 15 worker bamboos. Hit. Hit. Hit, bit more to the right. Same. Same. Hit. Hit. Over the top, hit the tree. I hope that's in frame of the camera. Might not be. Hit, lower. Over the top and a little to the left. Hit. 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 And the last one. Hit. I can't really tell between the two worker ones so far. Let's try the flag and armour. See, this actually tightens down onto the barrel, so it doesn't really matter what size barrel you have. You can just tighten it all the way. 15 more worker bamboos. Hit. 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 Bit more to the right. Hit. Bit more to the left and up. Hit. 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 And the last one of the mag. Hit. Well, I think I know which one probably won, but we'll have to head back inside just to confirm.
First, shown in blue, the 8-degree worker BCAR had most shots land within a 45cm spread, aside from one low right outlier. In purple, the 15-degree worker BCAR had most shots land within a 60cm spread, so slightly larger than the blue, and it had two outliers that went even higher than the target. And in red, the 8-degree flag and armour BCAR had most shots land within a 25cm spread, with one low right outlier and one high left outlier. I put this one out to a vote for my subscribers, and you picked the flag and armour BCAR in red by a landslide. In second, the 8-degree worker in blue, and far behind in last place, the 15-degree in purple. My own thoughts are that the 15-degree was probably too much spin for 300 FPS. The rule is that as you go up in velocity, you want to be using lower twist rates of BCAR. So obviously going up is not going to be the best results. So I think the 15-degree would be better suited to somewhere around 180 to 200 FPS. Maybe try it on your Seagull or Dart Zone Retaliator X Pro, whatever it's called. As for red versus blue, even if they were equal, there's just so many other reasons I'd pick the flag and armour 8-degree over the worker 8-degree. With the metal outer shroud, the worker weighs a ridiculous 221 grams. Even the fully CNC Metal Saber BCAR only weighs 108. If worker sold just the 3D printed inner BCAR on its own, preferably printed in orange, even that plastic BCAR is slightly heavier at 41 grams compared to the fully CNC metal flag and armour BCAR at 35. Though I would hope that the 3D printed one on its own would be much cheaper without its protective shroud. In addition to the heavier weight, then there's the way they attach the barrel. I think a friction fit just doesn't cut it these days when a similarly priced BCAR has a threaded locking nut that suits a larger tolerance of barrel sizes and completely negates the tolerance issues I saw between the two worker BCARs where one was too loose and one was too tight. At the end of the day, the shroud does look pretty cool, but for all of the reasons I've mentioned, if I had $45 US to spend on a BCAR, it wouldn't be the worker one that I add to my shopping cart. Find USA and Australian links to all three of these down below. Ultimately, it's up to you which one you choose, but stick around at the end of the video because I have some Sweetheart Storm gameplay footage for you using the flag and armour BCAR. At the end of the gameplay footage, there will be two other videos you might enjoy. Feel free to click onto those. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of that, and I'll see you on the next one. Enjoy.
Got him in the face. Just clipped your head, did it? Oh, I gotcha. Bang, bang.
You got me good, boy.
Bang.
Hello, Brandon.
Oh, nice. I was reloading.